I'm the best candidate for this job. The job of the District Attorney General is to prosecute every state crime that occurs in Shelby County. I have been doing that as an assistant district attorney for the last 20 years here in Shelby County. And when Bill Gibbons became the Commissioner of Safety and Homeland Security, I was appointed by Governor Haslam to finish out his term. And because of my 20 years of experience handling everything from public intoxication to the worst of the worst death penalty cases, I am the best candidate to be your district attorney and to continue working in Shelby County to make us stronger and make us better for generations to come.
Fortunately, this is called a forum and not a debate, eh?
Hard to debate yourself. What do you see as the role of the DA's office in and how can it intercede in the legal battles between municipalities regarding schools and annexation?
Wow. The role of the District Attorney General's office is to enforce the law. We prosecute violations of state law. In terms of our role with the municipalities and the annexations, unless something criminal occurs during the production and creation of those various school districts, it's not anything that the District Attorney General's office would get involved in. It is something, however, that as a citizen and a mother of four and a wife, I'm very concerned about it, watching as I'm sure all of you are. But again, it's not anything that would affect the day-to-day functionings of the DA's office. We do, however, prosecute cases that occur in the schools. And whether we have one school system, two school systems, or 14 school systems when this is done, it is still going to be the job of the District Attorney General's office to make sure that our kids are safe at school, our teachers are safe when they're teaching.
In front of this question I'm getting ready to ask you, I just want to remind everyone that early voting runs February the 15th through the 28th. This is your third question. What are your thoughts on recent reports that crime statistics may not be as reliable as believed? And does this hamper the credibility of crime prevention efforts?
You know, it's an interesting question, and I can tell you this, having been a prosecutor for 20 years, there are cases that are reported to the police where memos are prepared, just as you all have been reading about in the newspapers and seeing on the news. And there's a number of memos that were prepared, and arrests were not made, and cases were not made, and what does that mean? And I can tell you, based upon my 20 years of experience, those were not tens of thousands of prosecutable cases. Those cases were created and made into memos more than likely because it wasn't a situation where the police either got cooperation from the victim or were able to find out anything other than the initial details that were reported to them. Many, many times in a day, Memphis police officers and Shelby County Sheriff's Department respond to calls. That does not mean that every time they respond to a call, an arrest is made and a case is made and someone is prosecuted by my office. So do those numbers affect the good news that we've all been talking about, that crime is down? No, they do not, because I can tell you again, after 20 years of experience, crime is down. Our violent Part 1 crimes that we've been talking about is down. Is it down to the exact figure that we've been reporting? I don't know. That is for statisticians and others who don't prosecute crimes to figure out. But crime is down, and we know that in the DA's office. The workload in the DA's office is up, however, because arrests are up, which is what you want your police department and your sheriff's department to do. You want the arrest to be made, and you want our prosecutors to be busy prosecuting cases, and we are very busy doing that.
Well, this is about to wrap up for you. Thank you very much for being here, and best of luck to you on your, not re-election, you've not been elected, but on your in your campaign. You have 1 minute to just give a final summary and overview. As my co-host pointed out, the early voting starts on the 15th, but the election is March 6th. So all of you, please take the opportunity to remind those that as of January, you must have a photo ID to vote. So please spread the word to your family and friends and in your communities. So if you could give us just 1 minute, just a summary of your thoughts on the significance of your role in this office and what you plan to bring if elected to a full term.
Sure. first of all, thank you all for being here and caring about all of the various positions that are going to be on the ballot in March. As she said, the primary is March 6th, and I don't have any opposition in the primary. The general election is August 2nd, and I would ask you all to vote for Amy Weirich for District Attorney General. I've been the voice of this community for 20 years, and I ask that I continue to play that role not only as a prosecutor prosecuting crimes and enforcing the law, but also playing a very important role in the enforcement, the engagement of the community, and the enrichment of the community. And that, to me, is the next chapter for the DA's office, to have a very active role in making sure we do what we can to prevent the next generation of victims, the next generation of defendants. So I ask you to vote for experience and remember Amy Weirich in August. Thank you.